So, let me make sure. Let me see. Okay. It's audio. Audio input. Whole time. Now I know where to go. Thank you. See.
You start messing with stuff and figuring stuff out. Let me know if that helps out, if that changed. Can you hear me now? Let me know. Let me know, everybody out there. I got people on Twitch. I got people on YouTube. I got people on Facebook. When I get to my desktop, I'll be able to have Instagram on here. I'm trying to get my TikTok followers up to 10,000 so I can be able to broadcast from there as well. So let me know. You can hear me. Can't tell. Anybody out there, let me know. Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can. Let me see it popping up. Let's see. Hear me. Let's see, can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me. I did change it. So I did change it. Wow. Yeah. Um, 1, 2, 3. Maybe to put maybe these over here. But yeah, anyway, so from that moment, I wind up having to change and check my rage. That says it's a little laggy. It's a little laggy. So I am on the store Wi-Fi. I don't know why I'm doing that now. I think because I was moving around, doing all the other stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna be on here to be able to do this a lot better. It's giving everybody a lot of views that I'm doing right now. So hopefully it, as time goes on, we'll be able to get a better product. So definitely my apologies, brothers and sisters. I do the best I can to be able to provide information. So, but yeah. So from that, saying about that, it changed me. I look at things a lot differently. From a bird's eye view, being able to see that my conduct, even with playing the games, it like takes me to a whole other place. So I'm not mad at the escapism because it took me to another place. Made me a superhero, made me something else. Which is good. Okay, that's not gonna come out. But I say all that, to be like, when I hear that story about, a baby being slammed against the wall or a game, it took me back to that moment. I didn't kick my sister's ass and nothing like that, and I was mad. I was already in pain. But just the fact that it was able to take me to that point, it was able to take me there. Audio crispier than fries. Yeah, I'm glad that is. I'm glad that I can hear me. So, yeah, when it got me and I thought about this, I was like, wow, I almost reacted like that, and it humbled me, and it let me know like I was gaining weight for one. I wasn't in an I got outside and I got active and I joined the football team, and I played football, and then I wound up getting injured by one of my linemen. He got blasted and he flew into my knee, and my knee got popped back from like the movie Contact, where the alien's knees went backwards. That's what my knee did, and I had to wear a knee brace. I think I want to say for like I want to say a month to 3 months. I want to say 3 months, but I was on fire. I was one of the elite football players. I got my first sack and everything. I was so happy. I was like, yeah. So video games getting off to the at least got me outside of the house as a kid. But when I got injured, it put me right back in the house, And I felt sad because it was like the feeling of being outside and getting fresh air and stuff like that. Excuse the noise, all y'all. So it's like the fact of being outside, it helped so much. It helped so much in my upbringing. So I was an outside kid. I had Mexican neighbors that had a farm. I played outside with them. We had two fields. And this was in Fontana, California. Shout out to Fontana, shout out to IE. And we wound up, it was like Orange Grove at the time, so this was before like Fontana was developed, so it was just like all trees. Well, before that, the story that happened, when that happened in Ontario. So my story happened in Ontario, and shout out to Ontario. And we had such a good living out there, and we had to move. I moved around a lot as a kid, and so when we moved to Fontana, and we were playing with these kids out there, and we had fun. We played. I got a chance to play with all kinds of kids, and I think that's important that we allow our kids to play with all facets of kids, because they get their influences like that. But when you have things like the Mexican Trump supporter who got cussed out by his neighbor, got threatened, for your kids can't come over here and play, It's like, oh, wow, where did that come from? This is what happens. But, it's not even the kids' fault. The kids are like, I want to play, I want to go outside and play. I want to learn new things. I want to, I want to get dirty. It's like, kids are stink. Kids are dirty, So, but to see the adults, take it to the extremity where it's become such a life and death situation where it gets you so emotionally invested, and that's where I appreciate the studies that we have, because it puts us back in perspective of what's important, and it took us away from learning and developing the skills that we need and necessary to be able to pass that down. It's like, what are those skills that you have now that the kid is going to need? The kid is going to need even much more better skills, and being on the game all the time, you got to be able to get a kid all that attention. You have to be able to give the kids all that attention, and the fact that you were giving the game all that attention, it just, this is what we've gotten accustomed to. And so I know that me getting in trouble helped me go outside and stay outside and be outside. And I got a chance to roam everywhere and get a chance to see things and get a better perspective. I appreciated my reality in comparison to the virtual reality. And so that reality was such a beautiful feeling, because you get the rawness. There's nothing that a VR or Xbox and PlayStation can do for you with the real human experience. And I think people are trying to substitute the real genuine human experience for something that is predicated in a completely different manner. And I think we've lost sight of who we are in that measurement when it comes to what's important. And so to see this happen to this kid, that was so tragic that it prompted me to kind of get on here. And I think I need to be speaking on that measures like this, not from an emotional standpoint, but to give it just a perspective of understanding of how much we have been poisoned. It's a poison candy, y'all, and it has messed up relationships. It's toward families. You got to think about these things in that capacity. How much this has damaged the way that our men and women think. A lot of our men are not even as productive. Now you learn a lot of skill. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of pros and cons to it, but I think the emphasis on how the results have measured out to be now. We're starting to see a lot more now of the word, now where video games are taking it to with the esport leagues and stuff like that. Tremendous. It's an avenue of revenue that was never there before. And I think a lot of elders, and was definitely mad about that. He was like, how this kid gonna make more money playing a video game than I make working at this Walmart, you know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of generationism. I got a lot of bitterness for, the ability. I'm like, man, get your money, But if you ain't getting no money from it, and you just lose all day, every day loser. I think you need to be working at that Walmart, But at the same time, I can understand it because, like, I was a Tetris master. But I gonna lie, them building blocks did help me with my life, though. But I'm just saying, like, it changed me. It changed me, But I definitely don't want to knock it. But when it's gotten to a point where you just overly excessively, then you put your time into video games all day, every day, and it's not proven to be any fruition. Like, dude, you got to be able to pivot, and it's like you got a life now, dog. But I understand that it is taking people to that extremity because they invested or involved themselves in the financial aspect of it, and if it presents that type of fashion, then it opens up the doorway for people to be able to monetize what they're doing with the video games, which is cool. Do what you do, but if you're not monetizing and doing something, you got to be able to figure something out. But when I saw that, and I don't know if I could get life or something like that, but a baby dog, and for it to get you to that point, that's the emotional aspect that we're dealing with right now. And it's about to be wintertime. It's about to be wintertime where everybody's going to be inside Netflixing and chilling. Going to be, snuggled up, snow time snuggie, under the mistletoe with the cocoa, and it's going to be festive to be playing family members and some 2K and stuff like that. So all year you've been trying to brush up on your 2K so you can beat your cousin that kept whooping your ass as a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So how much time we have emotionally invested into things like this? It brings people together. So it's like I gotta point out both sides. Gotta be able to bring that out. I don't want people to get a misconception about it, but you look at it all the time. You gotta understand, Black man, you're in the war zone. We've constantly been on the war zone this whole time. You ain't got no time to chill if you do not have your life together. You have no time to chill. And if you got your life together, you need to get a double life together. You need to get your double life together. You have no civil defense. You have no ability to survive. Playing games but you don't know how to start a fire. Playing games but you don't know how to balance your checkbook. Or count your money and stuff like that. Dependent on the system instead of being independent. Being able to establish yourself. That's like I said, we're in a war zone. Can't be playing around with the time that you have right now. Yeah, everybody else could be playing games and stuff like that. That's cool. Let them do that. That's the time you're supposed to be getting the skills up. Supposed to be sharpening your technique. So for me, like, I'm going to be, showcasing and offering different little courses I'm going to be doing when I'm just sitting down and I'm going to be just reading, and I invite my brothers and sisters out there to come and join the Patreon, to be able to join in the studies. Man, we're going to be doing a bunch of CDL, computer stuff. Instead of playing again, instead of being the biggest consumer, start being the biggest producers. That's what we need to be doing. I don't know who you are, Riley, but you can take that somewhere else. You can be somewhere else and doing that. Keep your energy good. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you got. Don't bring that emotion here. We're all about building and getting better and being able to stop the stuff that is not for the betterment, not only of ourselves, but also for the betterment of the community and the nation, for one. This is a serious conversation. If you want to play around with it, you can go somewhere else with it. We don't do that here. We talk about real stuff, and this happened to a young black baby. So yeah, I'll speak about that. It's unfortunate that our men have to go through trauma like that they still experience, and you might not notice that, you might not see it because you may not have been taught. But hey, it is what it is. Wish you the best. Don't come over here with that. Don't come over here with that. If you ain't got nothing conscious and be able to contribute, that's what it's about. Contributing. And what I'm doing is contributing a voice of reason, a voice of perspective. Got to be able to have us see things different than what we have been seeing. For the last 4 years, the world has been different. And for me, I know that video games have definitely been a help. They've been an influence in my life heavily. But I got a moment in life where, you know what, you got to check out of it. You got to be able to be more of a producer. Takes you out of the game when you're so much into the game. Because now you're spending time on things that are not beneficial and productive in the long run. So at the end of the day, being able to complain about the internet being off, the electricity being off, and then just sit in the house and school and don't even know how to fix it or turn it on or anything like that. These are skills that we must all develop, we must cultivate. Got a lot of men and women who ain't even down with that like that. Who don't want to train, who don't want to teach. So yeah, even in a time with that, if you're thinking it's okay to be playing 2K and spending time with your children, you need this judgment. You need that reality check. It's unfortunate that hey, you still thinking like that, want to be like that. But look where it gets us. We have to think about our actions and showing ourselves approved of the stuff that we're doing with partaking. You got to be partaking in things that's going to be helpful and beneficial and nutritional. It's different when you have a seed, man. That's your legacy. That's different, especially young black men. That's a whole different life, a whole different world. You then become the responsibility, you're obligated to. But no, that's not okay to be coming over here and thinking that you can talk and have fun and play games. Yeah, we talk and play games and have fun. We joke around. When it comes to serious matters, this is a serious matter. And it's a serious message. And if you don't take heed to it, then that's on you. But I impose that and challenge that. Put your time into being able to read 12 books for the whole year. 1 book a month. Learning and educating, strategizing, being able to establish yourself to where if you're going to be playing games, why not be opening up the game rooms? You got to start thinking about it in a bigger capacity now. Like I said, instead of being the consumers, start being the producers. Because it's going to come a time where now you're going to be needed. Your energy, the time, everything like that, you're going to be needed. But most people going to waste their time. They're going to do what they do. You ain't going to listen. You ain't going to want to listen. It's like you're doing now. You're thinking it's funny. You know? That you can be so riled up that you can take your rage out on an innocent child. I don't find that funny. I don't find that boop boppity boop bop. I don't find that as no riffraff. I don't find that as no WTF. a baby a baby lost his life on the verge of losing. Pray and hopefully it's a speedy recovery, but it don't look too good. So that's why I speak on the matter as it is right now. But we must grow up. As black men, we must grow up now. We pass all the kiddie phase and the kiddie games and all that stuff. This ain't no time to be playing play. Like I said, we're in a war zone. If you don't see the war that is amongst your head right now and how much stuff is happening right now to take you out of the game, man, you're playing the game to get taken out of the game right now. And I say that because it's so important to be able to unplug and disconnect and get back connected spiritually right now. With being too digitized right now, you're going to be calcified. Being calcified makes you numb to things like this. Just like somebody that's going to be coming in the chat right now to be able to do some stupid stuff like that. Yeah, be calcified. Nobody want to hear that. Dead inside, ain't got no soul. You know? And now, you know, a baby is lost, you know? So, when it comes to these things and how much we are being marketed to and, you know, having our dollars going to all of these companies and corporations that we have no invested interest in. It's like, what are we doing now, y'all? What are we doing, folks? You know, that time of just playing and playing around, that should have been a serious wake-up call, especially during COVID, that the whole world had changed in a drastic way, in a major way. The signs should have been taken heed of during that time in the first place. Some did, some didn't. Some wind up still indulging in just, you know, the 7 deadly sins. Greed and slothfulness, like being able to work on your gifts and talents. It's a tough task to keep working on the stuff when, you know, times get hard. You're like, oh, I want to take a break. You know, it's hard to stay consistent and diligent to tap in. I think I'm just saying this because I need my brothers to remember God's plan right now. You are a vested interest and a vested soldier in God's plan right now. So this is Ezekiel 33 that I'm presenting to everybody. Like, look, like I said, this is a war zone. War zones, wartime. You need the soldiers to get their stuff together. It's very important. And even during this time, you're seeing everybody trying to invest back in the blessing. You know, and this supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. Just like a video that Big Levi was showing earlier about the Christmas guy. It's too early. And there's gonna be people that's gonna be so invested into all of this stuff. They can't help but keep bringing the sequels back. Can't help but keep bringing the GTAs back, the Call of Duties, the NBA 2Ks. You have to keep making it much more attractive and keep your attention. Look how much it's like a parasitic. It's infecting your attention, where it just got you plugged in so much. This is Ready Player One. Everybody can't wait to plug in to lose. You know, you're losing your sanity, losing your dignity, losing your physical prowess. And now you got people who have not developed any skills outside in the workforce. You're getting people now who are insufficient in a lot of different capacities. You know, have a smart ass mouth. Like everybody got all of this extra, but the energy is going in the wrong direction. So I wish I could have showed the video, but hopefully it's an imprint on that. You know, like I said, when the story that I had growing up, it made a lot much more sense after that. You know how much it's an accelerator. It's an accelerant. You know, it causes you to react and conduct in a different way. And people carry that stuff everywhere they go. People carrying these emotions and feelings everywhere they go. You know, and it's gotten down into the betting now. It's gotten down into all forms of remittance payments. Where people, bet 2K, bet 2K. And you got the kids that are accustomed to it. So I'm just making that plea to that. Just for the simple fact, reading is fundamental. It's fun to your mental. It's time to start stepping your game up, and stepping your skills up. Like I said, I'm gonna be open to my own little studies on a lot of different areas that I feel like our black men need to be strong suited in. And so me being able to provide that, I'm just, a humble servant of the Most High God, and feel like it's very necessary to keep us focused. You know, this ain't the time to be thinking that, because it's not Jacob's trouble no more, that we as a victory lab that we could just celebrate. No, this is where we got to do the heavy work. Got to do the heavy lifting. You have to do the heavy lifting at this point. Say that again. Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. The time to develop the skills is now, because it is important and imperative to be able to put them to good use. Like I said, the world is definitely transitioning and changing. And even then, a lot of the systems is even getting jacked up. Like all of the windmill turbines, those are becoming ineffective as far as energy. You're looking at the grids, all the power lines that got affected by Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton. Those affected the power lines. You got to think about your light bill, your electric bill is going to be super expensive. No matter where you are in the country, your light bill and electric bill are going to be so expensive because you have so many different weather transitions. A lot of these different systems that was put in place are not effective. They're becoming obsolete. They're becoming dried out. We're running into our systems that are too outdated. We've had too much pride of not updating our infrastructure. Look at our financial system. We're still operating on a SWIFT system. So the fact that it takes massive energy, that's economics. When it comes to massive energy, look how much we need to be able to move money. We need Brinks trucks to be able to move money, coins, stuff like that. Look how long it takes you to get your check, 7 to 10 business days, or even 15 minutes to get your Western Union and MoneyGram. So the fact that we have these systems in place, it slows up and it creates an economy, a side economy, kind of like a delayed economy. Say like maybe the tow truck companies, or even traffic. The congestion that you deal with in traffic, it causes you to burn more gas, to spend more time, to be inside of the development of the car system of escapism and entertainment. Now you're on the radio stations and they got your attention. So everywhere you go, everything else is your attention except for spiritually. Like everybody want to run away from that because of the perversion of church and state. Church and state has taken and bastardized the true essence and the core of what it's supposed to be in design. But we've had people that have gotten involved into it and messed it all up. So hey, we're just dealing with the remnants and ramifications of that. This is just real judgment. But we still feel like we could still indulge on things that we used to do because we're so nostalgic. We've been conditioned and programmed, engineered to be nostalgic people, creatures of habit. So we always want to go back to the get back. And the go back is always, you can't go back. Things that go back, they expire. You have to keep moving forward and going forward. And majority of a lot of the consumerism, a lot of them only have very short shelf lives. And so because they have short shelf lives, they created a short life within ourselves. We have a short attention span. We have a short ability to hold on to our own money. We have a short span of attention towards our loved ones. We don't even want to give them any because now we're such a traumatized people that don't nobody even want to engage anybody. And the fear mongering has been created amongst by propaganda. And they know how to market that with psychology, with groupthink. So now you got people like, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? So now all you're doing is perpetuating the feelings of other people instead of being able to grasp onto your own and be able to develop your own. That's you. So, the video game industry is definitely a community of young entrepreneurs, innovators, we all love what we love. You know, we all like what we like. So definitely not gonna uh, knock it, but I'm gonna knock it because we're not in control of those markets. We're not in control of any of those industries. And I need you guys to see what that is. Look at how much that does not make sense. It doesn't put things in the right perspective of you being able to give away or do away with everything that you may have worked for. You done worked your whole week just to come back to just give it away and giving it away in a way that it's not even this wasn't even for the book. It wasn't even for the fun. Right? But that $500, I just got $250 worth of books from Barnes and Nobles. Books that would have been, that are productive, stuff that we do need, that we do need to be learning and taking into consideration. And you know what? I'm not going to put that there. I'm going to take it and put it somewhere else. But just the simple fact that um, I don't know what to do with this. It's just flood this all of whatever else. I'm gonna move it. I'm at work, y'all. Bear with me. But yeah, the fact that contributing to all of that, it's like, yeah, we made Nintendo great, all of these different things. We should have had the most influence out of all of that. Should have been that most involved like that. Should have been. Obviously, it couldn't have happened. We weren't in the blessing. All that changed real drastically, So when I say all that, it's just like we need to change the trajectory of our attention. Our attention is on the wrong things. Our attention has been on video games. Our attention has been on the corruption and politics and church and state. And we need to be able to hit the reset button and have a different look at what we have involved ourselves into. Because this is not the time to be involving ourselves into situations or circumstances, industries that do not suit you and the betterment of you and your family as you thought it was. And it's not. It has never done anything except for take the attention of our men off of the ball. Because everything was so disparaging and we were living in despair and all this stuff. And we was like, man, I just want to get away. We fall into that. We traumatize people. Man. And the game allows us to take that anger out in all different type of ways. Fighting is like pick your poison on who do you want to become, who you feel like being. And see, like I said, it's a poison candy. It's sweet, but it's killing you. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted to do with is that what you wanted to do with your time that you have, this short, beautiful time that you have on this planet realm? Building somebody else's legacy up and not your own? That man was building everybody else's legacy up except for his own. Even in the process, even while you work, even while you plan to do your dance, are you building up your legacy at the same time? If you're not doing nothing, really wasting it. That's like me being at work and not doing what I'm doing here, or not being as productive, or not reading a book that could have, helped transition me to be able to own my own business. Eventually, that's what you should be having. But Black man, I need y'all getting back to getting back to what's important. In that moment, it's just like, damn, his kid wasn't even that important to him in that moment. It's like that last 2 minutes of that game, the last 2 points of that game. That kid could have been reaching out to his dad to be like, no, Dad, I just want to hug. I've been going through it myself today. I've been sitting here being a baby. I'm just being a baby. This is how you treat a baby, But it's parents like that out here, and these are young parents. 20 years old, 20-year-old parent, man. 20-year-old parent, man. Like, come on, y'all. Having a kid is a major responsibility, man. That is a life. That is serious. Like you've been given something so precious. That is your challenge. That is your legacy. I would want to spend all of the time I can with my children. And that's why I bust my ass now so I can be able to provide the time so I can be able to do that. Because when you start mixing them in and mixing other things, you start short-sighting what's really important, you know? But who am I to talk? You know? And I'm not saying like I'm all, you know, king holier than now, because I'm definitely far from it. I ain't passing nothing. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different aspects in our lives where it's like we start getting older. It hit a time and a point in life where it's like, all right, this needs to be, especially in the time of your life as a young man, you know, you as a young man should be doing nothing but trying to get your money right. Simple as that. Get your money right. That's the main thing you should be doing, is getting your money right. Doing what you need to be doing. Get your credit right. I couldn't imagine if I would have been doing all this young. All the time I did waste. So I just wanted to at least speak on that right now. Just because I think it's important that, you know, the video games is poisoning. A lot of this stuff is poisonous candy, man. It's times right now. We need to be paying attention to what's really around us right now. Being all inside, being a turtle, being an introvert, being a hermit, you know, all cocooned up, not being able to get a breath of fresh air, being influenced. You know, you're sitting in a programmable box. Your home is your own TV box. You're being programmed inside of it. It's like it's a programmable boot camp. You know, we create our homes that create that space for us to be able to operate like that. And we do it freely because we're so prideful. We're like, oh, this is my house. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. You know, but when you wind up becoming an adult, you feel like you ain't got to follow no rules and no responsibilities. You ain't got to have no accountability or anything like that. You know, you get so disrespectful to the Most High God, you know, and you get humble. You get humble all the time. So this is just a plea to that. Just like be mindful and conscientious of the things that we may do and say, that we affect others. We affect others. And it's important that we recognize that our actions, our emotions, when we lose our temper, and I'm quick to, you know, try to correct mine, you know, because I know I had one. I had one when I was young. I was dealing with my own traumas. But I think it's important that we just keep that in mind, keep in sight that we got much more to do, and we cannot be that easily distracted anymore. Because of the way the world is changing, going into the new year, the next year, I have done a lot of work this year, and that's why you ain't really been seeing me out here, because I've been studying, I've been doing every kind of fasting. I've done 6 fasts in the last year, so the sharpness and my body is healed. I'm detoxed, feeling the best I have been in a long time. And so I'm just putting that extra pressure on our brothers to have that discipline. That's what that is. Fasting is having control of your desires and your appetites and your temptations. That's what fasting is. Do you have enough discipline? Do you have the discipline? That's what that's really coming down to. I'm just asking a question. Do you have the discipline? Do you have the discipline to say no to yourself? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, nah, sorry, it's okay. Can you overlook a good opportunity to get to a greater opportunity? This is pushing you. I hope I am. I hope you send this out to somebody else who needs that push. To be like, hey, you need to get up off your ass and be the greatness that you were designed to be. What is your God-given passion and purpose? What is your gift? What is your mission? These are very important. These are very valid. But this is the point where we're coming into the season of temptation. We're coming into the season of greed. We're coming into the season of the Merry Christmas effect, where everybody thinks they deserve, you know. And so it's the pride that's going to be on display. A lot of people went through a lot of atrocities this year, you know. And it's, you know, are you still going to be, is it going to still be a holly jolly Christmas? You know, It's not even just that, but next year it's gonna be a whole different ballgame. So that's why I'm just letting everybody know. Hey, we need to stop doing the things that we were doing before. Get off the games, get off of whatever else, tune out, go out, meditate in a quiet space, meditate, do what you need to do to be able to unplug yourself and detox yourself right now so you can be able to receive the energy that's about to come. It's about to be crazy, y'all. It's about to be crazy. Anytime I do speak out on things like this, I mean, it's serious. It is serious, you know? If I'm speaking to you and you get blood hurt, don't take it personal. Just, chew the meat and spit out the bones. Be able to just take this from a perspective of where, you know what, I may have done this. You know what, just have that humility to be able to kill your own ego death. You know, this is humility. And me speaking from that because I've been there. I remember that moment that I had that same anger, that rage. I could have did something to my sister. I could have did something to the wall. Could have did something to anything. But the pain, it did it to me. I lost my right toenail. It grew back. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, these important things, man. I'll just leave y'all with that. But I'm gonna be here. I'm probably hop on TikTok. Y'all wanna go over there and hop on there and see what's up. I gotta go holler at my people over there on a global scale. But yeah, I don't know who this is. This Riley character, man. Everybody got something to offer, But add to block listen, Restream chat. Yep, exactly. I don't know who you are. I'm coming over here trying to start shit and looking stupid. So yeah, show off, fun.